I'm fine with it. It's all cool with me. I'm good. The only thing that gets annoying is when people keep posting that comment in my channel, because then it's like I don't see comments about the subject itself. That's the subject of the video,
Right.
and so I'm just like, okay, this is this gets annoying. So that's the only thing that gets annoying. But otherwise, yeah, I have no issue with it though. But I would like say in my defense,
Yeah.
I do get more into politics and like the nitty gritty than people like to give me credit for. I would say that.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, I don't think it's an accurate label. Like, I think part of what you do is do that because you're well aware of everybody's positions and what's going on. But I see you get down and you have a historical you provide historical context. Like, you obviously follow this stuff really closely, just like anybody.
Yeah, so I would definitely say I get more into the politics of stuff than people give me credit for, but that's all good though. I'm good with it.
Yeah. Um, what do you, is there like, what's the biggest difference between YouTube and Twitch?
The biggest difference, well, I mean, they're totally different platforms, obviously, in terms
Sure.
of uploading. In terms of live streaming, I feel like so one thing is like super chats. YouTube takes a 30% cut, which is a pretty massive cut when you add it up.
How much is
Um,
it?
they take 30%. They cut off 30%
Ooh.
of any of your super chats. So that's a lot, man. That they take. That's a
Yeah.
lot of money. So 30% of however much you get, it's pretty annoying. So that's kind of annoying. They have added this new membership in, but they have, on Twitch, obviously they have the Twitch Primes. And so it's a lot. I feel like it's easier to make money on Twitch than it is on YouTube for the Twitch Prime reason. As
Mm.
well as I feel like because YouTube is a dual platform of both streaming and videos, like I feel like Twitch is a more stable, steady platform for streaming. Like you could stream all day on Twitch forever and it's fine. But on YouTube, I feel like it's more difficult to do that, just because it's not a solely streaming platform. So that's kind of why I'm trying to grow. I'd prefer to 100% stream on Twitch instead of streaming on YouTube at all. But yeah, it's probably going to take some time to get to that point, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of those people on YouTube don't even want to come on Twitch for whatever reason. It's like I don't really do
Yeah,
much on
dude.
YouTube, so I don't blame them.
Most of them hate Twitch. Most of my YouTube live viewers hate Twitch. So I have essentially have like two segregated audiences between like Twitch and YouTube. So that also makes it pretty tough because people who are YouTube viewers just hate Twitch for whatever reason.
When you live stream on YouTube, you can't raid or host somebody, right?
No, you can't do that. No, I mean you could like link it in chat, but no, you can't rate it the same way that you do on Twitch.
Because I think that just completely breaks down any community building between any like other people, or sharing
Yeah.
communities. Like, how are you supposed to share communities? Like, I think that's a huge fault of YouTube.
Yeah, I'm guessing they'll probably implement that in the future just because they'll try to catch up to Twitch. But yeah, as of right now, you can't. No, there's no raids. Not that I don't think so.
The last thing I'll say is I think this still is a rule, but if you get a DMCA complaint on some music, like you lose all your super chats for that stream. Is that true?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
Okay, because
so. No.
I was watching this dude who now he works at InfoWars. He used to go out and stream at protests and stuff, and he was like there was music playing in the background because it was like a speaking event, DC or something, and he posted on Twitter he lost all his super chats because of that music.
That's actually I need to check that. I'm not sure actually because I did do
That
a big stream with copyrighted music in it, but I haven't checked actually. It's a good. I don't think I would say no, but I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to double check.
This was like a year ago too,
Oh, okay.
not recent.
Well, because typically I delete my streams right after I'm done.
Uh,
But this
why is
one
that?
time that I don't really well, one thing is the music that's in there. I play like whatever music I want, so it'll pretty much always be copyrighted. But also I say some crazy stuff in my streams that I prefer not to have just like just easily accessible. I say some crazy shit, man. It's just definitely not something that I want to keep up.
That's the
Some of
other
that
thing.
stuff.
YouTube doesn't have clips, as far as I know, and that's helped Twitch grow a
No.
lot. Those viral clips.
Right, right. Yeah, they don't have clips on YouTube now.
Yeah, YouTube sounds like it sucks for live streaming, man. I don't
Yeah,
blame you.
it's not a live streaming platform, man. It really is not. It's just if you have a ton of viewers on YouTube, then I guess you do that. But yeah, it's not nearly as good.
Interesting. All right, so I appreciate you sharing it. I don't get to talk to people that are like full time on YouTube very often, so I was just kind of curious about a couple things.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
so let's talk Jank and Bernie. What the fuck happened, dude?
So that's the thing is we don't really know, and we're never going to know what really happened because there are two possible scenarios here. Those two possible scenarios are either Bernie went to Cenk and was like, "Hey man, I need to figure out a way to shed this endorsement that I gave you because of all this backlash." Or the other scenario is Cenk basically on his own by himself decided, "Okay, I need to I don't want to jeopardize Bernie's run, and so therefore I'm gonna pull away my endorsement." So or not accept his endorsement and ask him to rescind it. Now, which one is that? I just don't know which one. That's the thing. So we don't really know for sure what exactly happened, but um yeah, I mean, I don't think we're ever gonna know because that's more inside info.
But isn't
Um
it weird? Like, I don't even watch TYT, and I knew Jank had some stuff in his past. I didn't know what it was, but I knew he had some shady stuff on video, on audio,
Dude, he
whatever.
has so much. Oh my god, he's so unique in this, dude. Like some people may have one thing or two things in the past that you may not want to bring up. Jank has 5 trillion things. There's a video of him. There's a video of him back in the day saying that he's okay with bestiality if the animal is enjoying it. So it's like just there's so much shit. It's insane. And so that's why I was saying when he announced his run, I was like, okay, if this guy manages to win, he
Hmm.
totally changes the game because now you're talking about, okay, someone with such a crazy past can redeem themselves and
Right,
come back.
right.
Because holy shit, when I tell you this man has insane amounts of stuff, it's through the roof. It's through the roof. So it's just, yeah, it's crazy, man. He's not
And
your typical guy.
but it seemed like he got ahead of it. I saw that interview on CNN. He said, "Look, I said some things," and he was going about it as perfectly as you could, apologizing, and he's done so much good that even in my opinion, like all that stuff is trumped by what he's done with TYT, with Wolfpack, with Justice Democrats, right? He's done some amazing stuff for the progressive movement.
Right,
Bernie,
right.
like, how did Bernie not know about this? Like, to me, it looks
No way
so
he knew
bad on the
about it.
Bernie campaign.
No way he knew about it. I mean, that dude's so busy. He's so busy with all of his stuff. He's an old guy. He's not in tune with like internet and stuff like that. And he's busy as fuck, man. I mean, there's no way he knew about it. Now, the one thing is, his staffer should have alerted him of it. If he
Right.
himself wasn't gonna know. So there's that. But I don't know, to be honest with you. I just don't know. With Jenk, whether or not Bernie knew, probably not. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure.
So do you think Bernie just went rogue and endorsed him like on Twitter one night sitting on the toilet or something? Like I mean, I don't feel like Bernie tweets endorsements cuz as far as I know he hasn't endorsed anyone else running for the house right now. And to endorse Jank, like how do you just do that and without like being 100% behind it?
I don't know. So Ro Khanna and Nina Turner had already endorsed him the day prior, which
Hmm.
they're part of his campaign. They are both co-chairs of his campaign, is my understanding. So they're big
Right.
on the outreach for his campaign. So why did he do that? I don't know. It's certainly a blunder on his part because I mean, you either kind of have to choose one way or the other. You kind of have to decide, okay, are we going to endorse this guy or are we not going to endorse? It's not like, oh, you endorse and then pull it away. I mean, the one benefit is like he's got a shit ton of name recognition now from this.
Mhm.
Um,
True.
he was trending on Twitter. He was trending higher than an NBA team was who was playing that day. He was trending higher than the Miami Heat, and they were playing the Lakers. And he had it's at Jank, and it had like 77,000 tweets. So that's an insanely high trend. Okay,
Mm.
so that's the only benefit I could see here. But yeah, the point to be made that I see is like you can't really combat is like you choose one. You either endorse and stick with it, or you don't endorse. Like it's one of the two.
Well, that's what surprised me so much. So I was like, all right, Bernie knows about his past. He's willing to back him up. And then an article comes out in the LA Times and Bernie just backs off like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Because now, and Bernie's, Bernie's a smart dude, and so is his campaign, brilliant people. And they had to know that people would look at them and like the campaign is in chaos, and they were still willing to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they were really thinking. And the question becomes, there are a lot of people giving their opinions on how they think that he should have done it, whether or not he should have stuck with it, in terms of whether or not he should have stuck with the endorsements. You know, I think the question then becomes, was there risk for the Bernie campaign in terms of becoming president with him endorsing Cenk? I mean, I think that, let's say hypothetically there really was like a chance that that would take, maybe prevent Bernie from winning. I think it's worth shedding the Cenk endorsement, because I don't think Bernie shedding his endorsement of Cenk is like the end of the Cenk campaign. Actually, I think it's really more boosted now than it ever has been at any point.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Seem to have some very differing opinions, really depending on where their bias lands or where their previous positions land. It kind of depends on. But yeah, I'm not particularly sure, man. I'm kind of befuddled, to be honest.
Yeah, like, again, these endorsements don't go out like candy, you know what I'm saying? Bernie's not like popping them off like this was 1 of 20 on a Tuesday. Like this was a coordinated effort, and to back off it so quickly. I thought Bernie should have just doubled down and been like, yeah, you know what? We're aware of all his past statements, and we give people second chances in this country, and we think Cenk has done a lot of good, and we're going to stand with him.
Yeah, so I mean that's definitely a route that he definitely could have gone, and it's also a route that a lot of people wanted him to go down.
Right.
And it just, that's kind of, and I want to say something is that the you cannot undercut the significance of a possibility of Cenk Uygur in Congress. I mean, dude, Cenk Uygur winning a seat in the House would be a game changer. I mean, seriously, just him winning would be
Mm-hmm.
huge. Not only because he's a massive progressive, obviously, and literally a firebrand type of guy, but he's also just this guy who has this crazy past. He's running in a purple district, and this is what's worrying me, because if he loses in this district, it's actually going to be really bad. This is kind of a do or die, because he's running in what really is a purple district. In terms of representatives, my understanding is they voted a bunch of Republicans in until they finally voted in this moderate Democrat named Katie Hill. So if he can't win, it's going to set a bad example. But if he wins, that's a game changer completely. But so when it comes to what his chances to winning, I'm just really not sure, because we don't have any like polling data or anything like that, and so it's just kind of impossible to gauge, what's going on over there.
Yeah, from what I understand, it's like a very conservative district, even though it's in the Los Angeles area, and it was held by a Republican. And but what about not living in the district? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be better if he did live in the district, just for the purposes of like him representing them. But like, if I were a voter there, I would look at it as like, okay, he lived probably close to the district, right? Like, how far from the district did he live?
He lives in Los Angeles. I know TYT's based here, so he must live within 20 miles of it, right?
Okay, so he can't be that far. And to me, if I were a voter there, the way that I would think about it is like, okay, I mean, any of that is essentially superseded by, his, you know, just him being a real representative of those voters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But there are a lot of people who go to places that they don't live and like become, take office. Like
true.
Hillary didn't live in New York, right? And she got the Senate seat there. So it's like people kind of do that type of thing all the time. Um,
Yeah, no,
so
there's
yeah.
a Maxine Waters doesn't live in her district,
Okay,
and
that's
she's in
interesting.
LA. Yeah,
That's interesting. So yeah, so I don't think that's a big deal to me. I think it's more of like part of the smear cabal that's being used against him. And the most cringy thing that I see is like these people, like the people who are the Christy Smith supporters, are basically, they keep calling her the hand-picked candidate of Katie Hill, as if we live in like a monarchy. It's really disgusting.
mm,
Um, and this seems to happen in the Democratic Party as a whole. It's like, oh, like Obama's picked successor or whatever. Like, I'm not interested in a monarchy system. I'm interested in like a democracy. I'm not interested in someone handpicked by the predecessor. So that to me is really cringy and obviously off-putting. But the that's the thing. I don't know. I'm not really sure. The Democratic Party is very much like that. They're not really all that left wing in a lot of cases. And that area, if it really is right wing like that, I don't know how Cenk is going to end up winning. I really don't know, but we'll just have to see. Do you know when the election is? Like when it takes place?
Yep, it's going to be on Super Tuesday with our regular primary.
Oh, it's gonna be on Super Tuesday, so that's pretty soon then. Is
Yeah.
it? But can it go two or is it just one? Is it just gonna be one?
It can go too. So it'll be on March 3rd, and if nobody gets over 50%, then there'll be a runoff for the
Well,
general.
Cenk's
So it's
definitely not gonna get 50 or
well, it'll be
above.
we have our jungle primary system here. So the top two, whether they're
Yeah,
Democrat, they're all in there together, and the top
yeah,
two will
yeah.
go on to the general, unless somebody gets
Right. Okay.
50%.
Yeah, I mean, Cenk's definitely not gonna get 50. I'm not gonna put it past Christie to get 50 actually, because I don't know, she's the handpicked successor, so I don't think Cenk can pick up 50. So it's probably gonna go twice. So when does the second one happen then?
That's a good question. I think it's a month later or something. Let me look real quickly.
Okay, because I
Um,
have a feeling it's going to go 2 rounds, but
yeah.
and if it doesn't go 2 rounds, I have a feeling that um, it'll probably be Christy Smith is the one who gets 50% or higher, because it does not seem likely to me that Cenk is going to get 50. I just don't see it happening. It's not really his district, but I'm still holding out hope. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. He seems to be on the ground when I look at his Twitter page. He
Mm-hmm.
seems to be on the ground there, so that's a good sign. He just got an endorsement from someone who works at a restaurant, so that's cool.
It actually says here the primary is March 3rd and the general is November 3rd. So that seat's going to be
Damn.
empty. Yeah, that seat's going to be
Holy
empty
smokes.
for 8 months. Well, more, I guess, till January, but still.
That is wow, so this is gonna be a long haul then, because I really don't see anyone winning the first round unless it's Christie, but so this is gonna be a long haul. That's what that means.
Yeah. And I mean,
That is
it's
what that
already
means.
this dramatic. I saw
Yeah,
Hassan was going after Christie saying that she raised money from like a bunch of rich people or like $4,000 average donation or something. I don't remember what he was saying.
yeah, he was going off. He was going off.
Has he endorsed his uncle or what?
Formally endorsed him,
He has or
but I
no?
think it's implied. I don't think he has formally, or at least if he has, I haven't seen it. But I think it's an implied one though.
That's
But
funny.
I have not seen one that's I've not seen a formal endorsement of him. But
Are you in?
clearly, what the defense that he's doing.
Yeah, he's obviously fighting for him. Are you and? Do you and Hassan talk or anything? Have you interact with him at all?
No, not really. Not as of late. No,
Okay.
not really.
Yeah,
He's doing his thing.
yeah, he's a pretty isolated dude. I've had a few DMs with him, but that's about it.
Yeah, he does a lot of non-politics stuff now. He does a lot of like just reacting to random kind of stuff, just like random
Yeah,
videos.
yeah, he's playing a lot of games and shit. I know he's
Yeah.
trying to go full time. Like he's trying to leave TYT. From what I understand, you probably know better than me.
I haven't heard about that. I don't know. Supposedly he works part time there now. I don't know why he hasn't gone full time yet, but yeah, I don't know. I think he's been trying to do that for a while now.
Yeah, he wants to be a full time Twitch streamer. From what I saw.
Makes sense to me. Definitely makes sense to me.
Yeah, he's up there at the top, so it must be pretty nice. But he raided over to my channel the other day. That was pretty cool of him.
That's nice.
I gave him a hard time on the Politicon stuff because I went out to Politicon in Nashville and I had the best live stream. I was sitting right by what's his name, Corin, Kyle Kalinski's buddy. We were,
What was Politicon like in person? I actually wanted to go, but I didn't end up going because
yeah,
it's
this
in Nashville. If it was in LA, I totally would have gone. But
so
man,
if
going all the way to Nashville.
yeah, no, I wasn't gonna go, but then I was like, you know what? Let me see, and like I put up a tip goal on the stream, and we raised some money here, and I thought, you know what? This is gonna be a good opportunity to go because I remember last year, I did get to meet some people, and man, it really worked out. I was there with a press pass, number one, so I could go anywhere, and there was one point in the VIP lounge where I was hanging out, and my chat was like, "Yo, that's Brianna Joy, Bernie's press secretary, sitting behind you." a little bit back. And so I was like, really? So I just went up to her and I was like, hey, I'm live streaming. I know you guys have a Twitch. I'd love to have you come over and talk on the channel. And she did. She came over. So I had like 10 minutes with Brianna talking about Twitch and Bernie on Twitch, and that was pretty cool. And then right at the end, Kyle Kalinske came walking by and she was like, Kyle, come over here. And like, so at one point on my stream, I had Brianna, Kyle, and Corin just standing there hanging out.
Dang, that's pretty crazy. I was all in the VIP lounge.
Yeah, there was all sorts of people.
That sounds pretty cool, man. It sounds like an experience you can't pass up.
Exactly.
Hopefully I'll go next time, man. But I hope it's not in fucking Nashville, man. I want them to make it more West Coast.
Yeah, it's been in LA every time, but yeah, I don't think they'll take it back there because it was like it wasn't a big turnout.
Better in Nashville?
I've never been to Nashville, so I can't. I've been to the one in LA and I've been to that one. Obviously, those are the only two I've ever been to. He was way bigger in LA, way bigger.
Yeah, so why the hell did they take it to Nashville if they're gonna get so many more people in LA? I don't understand. What is the logic behind that?
I think it was to bring in the East Coast people and the South or something, but there weren't a lot of MAGA hats there. Like, it wasn't like a big representation of the South or something.
That's good. There weren't many MAGA hats, but yeah, they need to. I mean, dude, the LA ones are like massive, right? Those are like ginormous.
Yeah.
Like packed out of this world, right?
Yep.
I mean, holy smokes. That like Cenk and Ben debate and Cenk and Tucker, those ones were like insanely popular.
Oh yeah, the venue there was huge, like I mean, it was like a warehouse of seating filled to the back. And this one, like, it was like a fifth that size, maybe.
Yeah, they're dumb for doing that. I don't know why they did that. But if they go back to LA, I'm 100% lock. But even if they go Nashville, I might go anyways, just because, you know, it's something you don't want to miss out on. But I'll have to look at it when the time comes around, though, because I don't know. I'll have to make a call on that one, because Nashville, just going all the way over to Tennessee, is like, goddamn, all the way from California. It's just like, okay,
is that where you're at, California?
Yeah, I'm in California, man. So that's why in LA it would have been real easy. But
yeah, I drove to the one in LA.
Yeah, it's real easy to go. But they had to do it in Nashville. But that's cool that you had a good experience, though. And you must have got a lot of viewers that day, huh?
Oh yeah, we averaged like that day for the Charlie Kirk Kyle in debate, we averaged like 300 viewers, and Hassan watched the debate on his stream. He watched my channel on his stream. That's what I was saying. Like, I kind of gave him some grief on that. I was like, dude, you gotta like ask people permission to use their stream. You can't just watch somebody's stream, you know?
Oh man, that's funny.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't. I thought it was cool." And then he, you know, so we had a conversation, and in the end, it was cool. It's all good because I had no reason to ever talk to him before, so it kind of gave us an opening. But yeah, I had like 150 people average for all day, but I've had a lot of people for the impeachment stuff just streaming C-SPAN because that's kind of what our community's into.
You average like 200 viewers, something like that, right?
Yeah, some days, yeah. I mean, we had that last day on Thursday was a 16-hour stream, and we averaged like 150 viewers over 16 hours. Like, I fell asleep halfway through the stream.
That's a long average. That must be really good for the channel.
Yeah, it's good, but I applied for partnership and they denied me, so I don't know.
That they denied you. I still don't understand why they did that. It's pretty messed up, considering your consistency. That's pretty messed up.
Well, I was like a 65 viewer Andy before the last like 2 months, so maybe they're like, well, you're just starting to grow right now, so let's see what happens. But I don't know what partnership changes for me anyways.
Yeah, but getting that badge has to feel pretty cool though.
Exactly, yeah, that's pretty much it.
You get more emotes with that too, right?
You get emotes. You also get priority on transcoding, which is like the quality bandwidth, because some people live in the boondocks and they can't watch your stream unless you put it on 180p. And so they can't change the settings unless you have transcoding, and partners get it no matter what. You also get like access to the front page if you can reach out to somebody and get more easily on the front page. Reach out to sponsors. I'm a Twitch partner. It carries some weight.
Yeah, it definitely carries some weight for sure. That's disappointing that they didn't give you the partnership. I was rooting for you, man. I was rooting for you.
I appreciate it. You're partnered on YouTube, right?
No, I'm not partnered on YouTube. You got to get 100K subs to get the check mark on YouTube.
Oh shit! I didn't know it was like that. You're at 50. You're like at 50 subs now, though, right? 50K.
I'm at 44 right now.
Yeah, man. Your YouTube's gonna blow up, dude, because your stuff is so entertaining. Like I don't watch any YouTube. I
It's a
watch,
little too niche. That's the thing. It's a little too
mm,
niche. It's a bit too niche.
well, but going into 2020, there's gonna be a lot more eyes on everything, and I guarantee like it'll pop off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see, man. Hopefully it does. Some explosive growth could definitely be helpful, but yeah, the thing is, it's a little bit too niche for just for it to be more mainstream. It's just too niche of content. That's the thing.
Hey, I bet they said the same shit about Kyle, you know?
Yeah, his new stuff. Got to keep. Probably got to expand more into that. But yeah, it's tough waters to wade. It's tough waters to wade. But we will. I will keep moving on my channel. The views are pretty good. The sub growth is a bit slow, I would say.
Yeah. No, just keep doing your thing, man. I'm telling you, next year, like a lot of people aren't paying attention right now to politics. And once 2020 comes, like after the holidays, I think all eyes are going to be on. I mean, we're like 50 days away from Iowa. Like, that's
Yeah,
just going to
that's
like
true.
double
50 days from
everything.
Iowa. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy Iowa Day.
Yeah. Well, listen,
That
dude, I
is pretty
appreciate you sharing your thoughts, and I plugged you a few times here. Guys, please check out my friend Progressive Voice. Here's a shout out to his Twitch channel. You can find his Twitter and his YouTube all there on the channel page as well. And you'll see me hanging out there too. I love every time he streams, I pop in there, and he's super entertained, dude. You're also really into basketball, right?
But yes, absolutely.
So if you guys want to rap basketball, I'm sure he's more than happy to chat about that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Are
Definitely.
you going? Are you going live here soon?
Yeah, I'm actually about to go live once we end the convo. Yeah.
Hell yeah! All right, so we will raid over to you in a few minutes, my friend.
All right, man. Thanks so much.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.